peace, prosperity, and love, beautiful people. Welcome to Gracefully Imperfect, a podcast for the Black and African diaspora in material of socioeconomics, politics, religion, and so forth. The centrality of this podcast is immersive empathy, introspection, deep thought, soul-serving conversation and communication, all in the light of unlocking the keys to vulnerability and transformation. During our time together, we will engage in topics related to mental and spiritual health experiences, the intersectionality of mental health and creativity, identity and culture, and any and all things related to healing from trauma, gathering insights, cultivating a deep sense of knowing, and repairing soul wounds. In the essence of communal love and collective consciousness, let us open our minds, lighten our hearts, settle our spirit, access soul intelligence, and affirm the richness of our humanity.
Peace, love, and blessings in abundance to all of you who are tuning in for another episode of Gracefully Imperfect with Brother Kyle here. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so honored that you have chosen to watch, listen, be a part, connect with this podcast. I know there's so many podcasts that you can choose from, yet still you're here embracing your most imperfect, vulnerable, emotional selves. Here, we like to continuously, consistently, with passion and with intimacy, unlock the keys to transformation and vulnerability one conversation at a time. Here, we believe that being gracefully imperfect is about fully loving, fully accepting, fully honoring, fully understanding, fully getting to know every aspect of our being, really touching the depths of our soul to really figure out what it is that makes us special and unique and what connects us to our family, to our community, to our social systems, to our economic systems, to our professional systems, our workplace systems, etc. Gracefully Imperfect is about not setting in and nesting in the Eurocentric concept of individualism, of competitiveness, of perfectionism. Yes, we want mastery in our spiritual quest to become more and more enlightened and aware. And we also strive for perfectibility in our spiritual and moral consciousness. But perfectionism is a no-no. We strive to be better. We strive to continue to reach our higher selves, but we are not trying to be flawless by no means. So if you're here, that means that you are fully embracing gracefully imperfect, fully embracing your most authentic selves. And I'm so glad that we're doing this together. For all those who have not already subscribed, we've migrated the podcast to Substack. So please join the Substack. And there you will also see the previous episodes and the other publication called Soul Medicine, where I bring liberation social work, mental health, creativity, spirituality, and I bring it all together. You can also find the podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and any other place that you get your podcast. So please, whatever is most comfortable with you, subscribe, share, give us a review, whatever feedback that you would like to share, it will be received the best way that it possibly can. How's everybody's spirit? How is everybody's mind, heart, soul, aura? I know it's a troubling time. I know that it is a very difficult time to process. I understand that there is so many adversities and troubles and pain stemming from federal government all the way down. I know that there's personal traumas that people are still in battle with. I know that there's wars going on in other soils. I know that there is infringement on civil rights. I know that there is so many tragedies that is causing for us to be confused and enraged and numb and hyperly and highly sensitive as well. There's a wide range of feelings and a wide range of subjective experiences, and I just want to check in with any and all of you. And I understand that we are not interacting, but just know that I see you. And if your spirit is broken, if it needs to be lifted up, if it needs repair, just know that I extend healing energy to you and yours. I extend warmth, joy, and hope to you and yours. If your spirit is elevated, it's light, it's airy, it's vibrant, extend that to someone else. The thing about self-healing energy and self-healing power is that it is good for self, but it also is supposed to be used in a way that supports your social and your communal context. So don't just keep it to yourself. Pass it on and share it so someone else can receive the blessing and the inspiration for healing. Today, I really wanted to continue the conversation on love. How ironic. I know that there's not so much depictions and images and discourse surrounded love. And that's unfortunate. It's truly unfortunate because love is universal. Love will always be here beyond our physical capacity as physical humans. Love will continue to manifest in every aspect of the natural world, including the realm of humanity. Love permeates every crevice, every space and place, every civilization, every society, every tribe, every clan, every ethnicity and race, neighborhood, you name it. It's there. It's active and it's latent. It's pure. And it's pervasive. It is ubiquitous. It is everywhere. We just need to know what we're looking for. We also need to know how to channel it, harness it, express it, and distribute it. I talked before on love, and if you haven't seen that, please go back. This time, I really would like to focus on a personal level on what love really means to me, and why the obsession with love. Why have I used my research and my analysis and my meditation and my contemplation and my cultural consciousness to plunge me ahead into the web of trying to understand the reality of love? I have always been so obsessed with the concept of love, and it initially started with romantic love. And it all started with music. Listening to soul music, R&B, made me fall in love with the idea and the concept of loving and being loved. I also grew up in a time and in a neighborhood where love was not expressed often and frequently. I remember being in middle school and the young boys that I hung out with at the time, they weren't speaking about love. They were speaking about lust. And the girls that I hung around, because I was one of those boys that girls befriended me because they trusted me and because I was kind to them, they spoke about love all the time. And I always found that very perplexing. When I'm with the boys, there was lust talk, objectification, the inflation of ego. And then when I was with the girls, there was fantasy and romance and the symbols of love and love being attainable and love being a dream and love being something that is the highest achievement in human life. So I immediately grew an interest, and I couldn't show that with the boys that I hung out with, unfortunately. I had to suppress my desire to know and understand and learn and experience love. But when I was with the girls, I engaged in conversation with them. I tried to understand from their point of view what it is that makes them shake, rattle, and roll, what makes them, what stirs that activation in their body, in their hearts, in their mind when it comes to love. And I was also very intrigued with just how in depth and detailed and explanatory these girls were in middle school. Now, I never found love during that time, so to speak. I really didn't. I had this infatuation with experiencing love in a way that was, I guess, perfect. And so when I got my heart broken for the first time, I no longer looked at love as this beautiful, pure, divine phenomenon. I looked at it as something that's unattainable, And I looked at it as something that I'm unworthy of having. And even though I knew that it existed, I knew that I could not and should not and will not ever be able to hold it within my grasp. There's more to this within my personal life regarding love and what shaped and influenced my yearning for it. I don't think I'm ready to talk about that yet. However, moving on through my adolescence, I still recognize that love lives and love is present. It's just that I didn't think that I could ever experience it firsthand. And even when I saw love, or I want to say like love rituals, like weddings, I was the most emotional during those times. Weddings for me, especially when I was a kid, and even now, I think of now as an adult, I went to my brother's wedding and I was an absolute hot mess. My tears were flowing uncontrollably. My hands were sweating. I was completely submerged in this euphoric, elative state. And it was like an admixture of joy. There was an admixture of just deep, intense passion. And I was really overwhelmed by it. And even as a kid, I wasn't as overwhelmed as I was when I was an adult when I went to a wedding. But I still smiled. I still teared up. I still envisioned that love is on the horizon. So where am I going with all of this? Kyle, what does this mean? All I hear you talking about is love from your past experiences, love from a historical context. And again, I'm keeping it personal. When I met my wife now, I had no I had no idea that we we were looking for love and that love was looking for us. And so I brought that into our relationship, that unworthiness of being loved, feeling unlovable, feeling like it's unattainable. I know that it's out there and I know that it's tangible. But again, I don't know. No, better yet, I know that I'm not suitable for it. And so when we were experiencing each other in the initial parts of our relationship, I knew it was different. I knew it was different because when you start doing things that really don't make sense to you, that is completely outside of your norm, that's when you know things are moving in a very powerful and unique way. When I found myself laying on the ground and we are looking up at the stars in the night sky, and we are sharing our personal life stories, and we are commenting on the constellation of the stars, and we're talking about the beauty of the moon, And we're talking about us. How much we enjoy each other. How much we really love spending time with each other. Because at that time, we were spending every day with each other. The fact that our relationship at that very time, and still today, inseparable. I never done that before, y'all. And I'm going to keep it all the way real. I never, ever really enjoyed the night sky, let alone nature, with anyone. And so that's when I knew things were different. And now it's creating this dissonance of my belief of love is not attainable to me. And then the personal experience of love, this feels like this is emerging and manifesting into a deep, synergetic love. I was scared. I was scared and I ran from it. I did. But she did not waver. She didn't sidestep. She didn't backstep. She didn't pivot. She stood right there. And she shined that light of clarity and clearness on me. She shined a light on her too. So I could see her seeing me. And she really, from that day on, always made me realize of just how much love that I give and I exhibit and I distribute through care, through concern, through generosity, through empathy, through compassion. And again, it hit me so hard and it hit me so out of nowhere that I didn't know what to do. But as you can deduce, is that I end up coming to terms with this manifestation of love that was beyond words, beyond description, and really beyond, at the time, conception. So love on a personal level with my wife is something that is powerful, that is intense, something that is ever flowing, something that is forever. It's this phenomenon that is reciprocal. The love that we have for each other, it's not stable. It continues to multiply and continues to increase and continues to build on itself through intimate conversation, through the changes that we make philosophically, intellectually, creatively, and how we bring that to each other and how we merge and how we accept each other for those changes. How we can laugh with each other and be humorous. How we can really enjoy each other's company without speaking. How we can finish each other's thoughts and in any given context, whether that's in the house, traveling, with family, restaurant, grocery store, don't matter. We're always in complete synchronization with each other. And that is what love is to me with my person, my soulmate, my best friend. It's full synchronization, harmony, reciprocity. We support each other's endeavors. Our endeavors are really each other's endeavors. Our goals are each other's. We are one. There is a oneness here. And our unity and our togetherness transcends any physical union. And I would like to share a poem that I wrote. And it's very short, but it gets to the essence of just how powerful and pervasive loving my partner is, was, and forever will be. And this is right here is in that book that I wrote in 2022, The Depths Below. And it's an independent publication. You're not going to find it on Amazon. So don't look. If you would like a copy, I can put a link in the show notes. And you can also find the link in the bio of the Instagram page. Always _ gracefully imperfect. And so a lot of these pieces in here are really me going through this identity reconstruction process, growing through this dismantling of miseducation. And during this time, I'm also looking at my relationship, and because that brings me so much joy, clarity. And I wrote this piece called Let Love Live. An everlasting touch meets an everlasting grip. Who can say that lasting love can never exist? Be honest and love yourself, and in return, someone will love you. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Love is an eternal drug, and I'm addicted to you. So all of you who are still here at the end of this podcast episode, I ask you, in your personal life, what is your definition of love? And I'm talking about the type of love with a soul mate, your soul, a soul person. Y'all know, if y'all have heard me before, I also talk about different kinds of different types of love. And I've also spoken before about revolutionary love and radical love. But right now, I'm just keeping it. Love with your soul person. What is that? What does that mean to you? What is your definition? How do you show it? How do you express it? And if you are having troubles with conceiving, labeling it, naming it, defining it, showing it, demonstrating it, expressing it, what is holding you back? This has been an incredible conversation. I hope that we can continue to build on our Talkin Love series. Please show love to the podcast, share, subscribe, write a review. Remember, we're on Substack, Apple, Spotify, and all the other streaming platforms. And for all of those who are in need of some poetry, The Depths Below is a great collection It touches everything from identity crisis, mental health struggles, depression, grief, finding, the anger and the dismay from being culturally dispossessed. And so if any of that pleases you, any of that excites you, I think that this would be a great collection to your bookshelf. So thank you again for being here. I'm really honored. I'm really privileged. Again, this is about being our most vulnerable, emotional selves. And let's continue to unlock the keys of vulnerability and transformation, one conversation at a time. Peace, love, blessings, and healing power. I'll see you all, talk to you all very, very soon. One love.